Jai Hind, dear students. We are moving to another topic in the chapter preparation of financial statements. And today we are going to watch how to prepare the preparation of balance sheet, how to prepare the financial position statement balance sheet. It's all known as position statement. Very important area for your life studies also. So I welcome all of you to watch the entire video on the preparation of balance sheet. I had brought three different problems for the preparation of balance sheet. So don't forget to watch the last moment. Okay. So what is balance sheet? It's very important. Already we prepared on account, trading profit and loss account. Trading profit and loss account to know the profitability of the organization. The income statement we have prepared in the last class. So today we are going to find out the financial position, whether the firm have a balanced financial position from this statement. It is not an account, so we are not able to apply the rules of debit and credit. Here, balance sheet is the statement prepared after trading and profit and loss account, which shows the value of asset and liability of a firm or a company or institution for a particular date. The date will be at the end of the financial year. It shows the financial position of the organization at the end of that particular accounting year. And the amounts of debit balance in the trail balance, the amounts of debit balance in the trial balance will be transferred to the asset side of the balance sheet, and the amount of balance in the credit side, credit balance in the trial balance will be transferred to the liability side of the balance sheet. So don't forget to watch the video related to the preparation of balance sheet. What is the different purpose of balance sheet? The purpose of balance sheet include to know the financial position of the firm, to know the amount of liability it owes, to know the credit worthiness of the organization, and also to know whether the firm is solvent or not. So, what is financial position? Every time we want to know whether the total asset is equal to total liability. Total liability means the total of internal liability and external liability. You know very well, it is the total liability is equal to equity plus liability, we can say. When both are equal, both the total of asset and the total of liability is equal, that is showing the good financial position of an organization. And it helps to, balance sheet preparation helps to find out what is the total amount of liability they have. Total liability in the sense, internal liability, the liability of the organization related to repayment of capital to the owner, repayment of capital by the firm to the owner, and also the external liabilities. Lot of examples are there. We have learned in the last classes like non-current liability and current liability, and also the if the business firm is in a good financial balanced position, that shows the credit worthiness of the organization. Credit worthiness means the firm have the ability to pay the liability with the available amount of asset. Once again, the credit worthiness shows the ability of the firm to pay or to meet the liability of the organization with the available amount of asset. So it helps to determine that, and also it helps to find out whether the firm is able to solve its liability, solvency, the solvency position. That means we are calculating the ratio, debt equity ratio. That shows whether the firm is able to pay the debt. Debt means liability from the capital first. And also, if we are calculating the total asset ratio, total asset to a turnover ratio, that shows whether the firm is able to pay the liability from the amount of assets. So these are the items we are using. These are the different purpose for which we are preparing the balance sheet. And the features or characteristics of balance sheet include: it is prepared at the end of a financial year. The particular date that will be at the end of the financial year. It shows the balance sheet, shows the financial position of the organization, and we need total asset always is equal to total liability. It should be matched. It should be tallied. And if there is any difference between the total asset and total liability, that shows there is an error. And we need it is balanced. Balance sheet is not an account, it is only a statement to find out the financial position. Already I told, no need of applying. We are not able to apply the rules of debit and credit in the preparation of balance sheet. We can follow only the accounting equation. Asset is equal to liabilities plus capital while preparing the balance sheet. Please remember that. While preparing the balance sheet, we have to group the items. We have to group the item means we have to bring the items in the asset side and in the liability side as per its features. That is grouping and marshalling. So grouping means bringing together items which are similar in the nature under a common head. When we prepare the balance sheet, we can write those items which are coming under current asset under one heading, and the assets which are coming under fixed asset we can write under another heading. That is grouping. What is marshalling? Marshalling means the arrangement of assets and liability in a particular order in the balance sheet. In a particular order in the balance sheet as per its attributes. Assets and liabilities are shown in the balance sheet either in order of liquidity or in the order of permanence. That process is known as grouping and marshalling. Writing of assets and liability as per some order of liquidity or in order of permanence, that is known as grouping and marshalling. Then what is order of permanence and order of liquidity? That we have to know. Order of liquidity. What is the meaning of the term liquidity? Liquidity means the ability of the firm to convert its asset into cash within a period of 1 month or 1 year. Liquid assets are those assets which are come under the category current asset. Fixed assets, it's not possible to convert that into cash within a limited period of time. Only cash in hand, cash at bank, that type of items can be converted into cash within a limited period of time. So, order of liquidity shows the ability of the firm to convert its assets into cash or the ability of the firm to meet its liability very quickly. So, only current liability like creditors, bills payable, small short-term bank loan, the bank loan taken for 1 year can be paid very fast. Within 1 year they can repay it. But the liabilities like long-term loans may be taken for 5 years, that amount will be repaid only after 1 year. So that we are arranging that type of items under the order of liquidity. And in the case of order of permanence, we are arranging the assets and liability as per the use of that asset. So assets which are to be used permanently means fixed assets, which will be written first. Under order of liquidity, we will write the items. We will write the items as per current asset first, then fixed asset. And if it is under the order of permanence, we will write the fixed asset first, then comes the current asset. So this is the arrangement made by preparing the asset and liability. Nowadays we are not following such an order, but we can write all the items as per that particular order. So what is the form of balance sheet? The balance sheet is prepared in two different forms, horizontal balance sheet and vertical balance sheet. Horizontal form of balance sheet is used by the sole trading organizations, partnership firms like. But the vertical form of balance sheet is prepared in a form of statement which is followed mostly used by the company. So horizontal balance sheet under this form of presentation, but the balance sheet is prepared in a T form like an account. But we are not using the accounting rules, but we are writing and preparing it as an account, the format of an account. But in vertical balance sheet, under this form of balance sheet, the items are presented in a single column statement. One area, one column will be the particular, another column will be the amount. But in horizontal balance sheet, first left side will be liability amount, right side will be asset and amount. When you go through the different format, it will be very clear. So my dear students, this is the format, horizontal form of balance sheet. And the items are arranged in an order of liquidity. Why? Because current assets are written first. Look at the asset side. The right side is asset side and the left side is liability side. And in asset side, we are writing all the assets. And as per the order of permanence, we are if we are preparing the horizontal balance sheet under the order of permanence, we will write these all items first. These are items coming under fixed asset, and the items, all these items are coming under current asset. But here the format shows the arrangement of assets and liability under the order of liquidity. So that is why current assets are written first, cash in hand, cash at bank, bills receivable, sundry debtors, loans and advances given, closing stock. All these items are written like this. And after that we are writing the fixed assets, investment, furniture, plant and machinery, land and building, business premises, patents and trademarks, goodwill. So cash in hand, cash at bank, bills receivable, sundry debtors, loans and advances, closing stock, loose goods. All these items are current assets. From investment to goodwill, all that items are coming under fixed asset. And in the liability side, there are also current liabilities written first. Sundry creditors, bills payable, bank overdraft. Then we are writing the long-term liability, employees provident fund, loans and advances taken for long period, reserve. You will learn what is reserve. It is a part of the profit kept for meeting future unforeseen events. Then we are writing the item capital, and the amount what we are getting from profit and loss account. If it is net profit, it will be added, and there will be interest on capital, that also added. The deducting items include drawings will be deducted from capital, income tax will be deducted, net loss also deducted. So this is the format, horizontal form of balance sheet. We are going to learn the vertical form of balance sheet. So my dear students, don't forget to keep in mind the format of balance sheet. My dear students, vertical form of balance sheet is prepared for companies, and it is prepared in the form of statement. Just look at here. First column is particular. It is not number. We will learn in detail what are these things. And figures at the end of the current financial year, and figures at the end of the previous reporting period. We will learn in detail in the next year what is vertical form of balance sheet. Just for a general awareness, please keep in your mind what is vertical form of balance sheet. Equity and liability is the first side. It includes shareholders fund, share capital, reserve and surplus, share cap application money pending allotment. Then we are writing the non-current liability and long-term borrowing under the non-current liability, long-term provisions. Then current liability, it includes short-term borrowings, trade payable. Trade payable includes creditors and bills payable. And we are finding the total. Here we will find the total of both year. And next we are writing all the assets. In asset, non-current assets are included, fixed assets included, tangible assets include, intangible assets is there, current asset include non-current investment, inventories, trade receivable, cash and cash equivalents. All these things we are writing in the asset side. Then we are finding the total of assets. Both the year will be, current year amount will be equal. total equity and liability is equal to total of asset. So it is only a form of statement and balance sheet prepared for the companies in the vertical form of balance sheet. So we have to learn only the preparation of horizontal form of balance sheet, and horizontal form of balance sheet, here we are preparing the a part of financial statement of the sole trader. In partnership form of business also we are preparing the balance sheet in horizontal form like an account. Remember that. From this question, we are going to prepare the horizontal form of balance sheet. So first item we have to remember that we have to analyze the question. We have to categorize the question into assets and liability. So cash in hand, asset, creditors current liability, cash at bank, asset, sundry debtors, asset, capital to be noted in the liability side, net profit will be added with the capital, drawings 32,000, it will be deducted from capital, bank loan will be shown on the liability side, and closing stock will be shown on the asset side, investment 50,000 will be shown in the asset side, furniture, plant and machinery, land and building, goodwill, all these items are fixed assets. So we have to draw the format in horizontal form. Then we have to list out all these items in the horizontal form of balance sheet. So please remember it is a T shape. T shape, there's a division. Left side is liability side and the right side is asset side. First we are writing the current asset, cash in hand 24,000, cash at bank 15,000, sundry debtors 40,000, furniture 16,000, plant and machinery 1,24,000, land and building 2 lakh, goodwill 25,000, closing stock 18,000, also investment 50,000. Then we are writing the liabilities, creditors 32,000, bank loan 64,000, then capital in the liability side we are writing 4 lakh, net profit is there, it will be add net profit, and the drawings will be deducted, withdrawn by that owner. So 4 lakh 16,000. After that we are finding the total of both the side, and we will get both the amounts are same. That means there is no error, and the firm have a good financial position because total asset is equal to total liability plus capital. Liability plus capital or total liability. Total asset is equal to total liability. So this is the way we are finding out whether the firm's financial position is good or not. So financial statement preparation include the preparation of trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. From this video, you learned about the preparation of balance sheet. Next problem, we are going to learn how to prepare the whole financial position from trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. So please remember the different formats of trading account for a profit and loss account and balance sheet. So from this, we are bringing all the items into different account. Like I said, what we have to do first, we have to analyze all the items and categorize whether we have to take it into the trading account or it into the profit and loss account or it into the balance sheet. Let's look at the first item, carriage on goods purchased. It will be taken into the trading account debit side. Next, carriage on goods sold. It will be shown in the debit side of profit and loss account. Manufacturing expense will be shown in the trading account. Advertisement will be shown in the profit and loss account debit side. Excise duty will be shown in the trading account debit side. Factory lighting will be shown in the trading account debit side. Debtors is a current asset, it will be shown in the balance sheet. Creditors current liability shown in the balance sheet liability side. Dock and clearing charges will be shown in the trading account debit side, postage and telegram shown on the profit and loss account debit side, fire insurance premium 3600 will be shown in the profit and loss account debit side. Patent is a intangible asset shown in the balance sheet asset side. Income tax shown in the as a deduction from capital. Office expense will be shown in the profit and loss account debit side. Cash in hand is an asset. Remember that cash in hand is an asset. Bank overdraft shown in the balance sheet liability side. Motor car is an asset shown in the balance sheet asset side. Drawings will be deducted from capital in balance sheet. Audit fee will be shown in the debit side of profit and loss account. Plant is fixed asset shown in the asset side of balance sheet. Repairs to plant is an expense. It is shown in the debit side of profit and loss account. Stock at the end means closing stock. It will be shown in two places. First one will be in the trading account credit side and balance sheet asset side. Trading account credit side and balance sheet asset side, because it is the stock which is calculated after the preparation of ledger accounts. Purchase less a return shown in the trading account debit side 1,60,000. Commission on purchase, it will be shown on the debit side of trading account. If it is commission on sales, it will be shown in the profit and loss account. And incidental trade expense also shown in the profit and loss account. It is an expense. Investment is an asset. Interest on investment shown on the credit side of profit and loss account. Capital shown on the liability side of balance sheet. Sales less return. Sales less return means it will be shown on the credit side of trading account. Sales less tax paid. It's also an expense. Discount allowed is expense. Discount on purchase is an income. It will be shown in the profit and loss account credit side. Let us look at the solution. This is the format of trading and profit and loss account. So, first item is purchase less a return 1,60,000. No opening stock is given, and the commission on purchase we have taken in the debit side. Carriage on goods purchased 8,000. Manufacturing expense 42,000. Factory lighting for 1,400. Dock and clearing charges 5,200. And only one item in the credit side of trading account 5,20,000. So we are finding the total 5,20,000. Here also we are writing 5,20,000. The difference will be 2,98,400 gross profit. That is gross profit. And we are writing in the credit side brought down balance of gross profit 2,98,400. And two incomes are there. Interest on investment 4,500. Discount on purchase, it is 3,400. And all other expenses like carriage on sales, advertisement, excise duty, postage and telegram, fire insurance premium, office expense, audit fee, repairs to plant, incidental trade expenses, sales tax paid, discount allowed are taken in the debit side of profit and loss account. Actually, this excise duty is not taken in the trading account. Here it is related to the excise duty paid for the sale of the product. So, for the exporting of the product, that is why it is taken in the debit side of profit and loss account. Then we are finding the total 3,06,300, and the difference is coming in the debit side 2,55,400. That is net profit. That is net profit. It will be added to the capital in the balance sheet. So this is the combined account of trading and profit and loss account, otherwise known as income statement. My dear students, it is the format of balance sheet, horizontal form of balance sheet. We are writing the cash in hand asset side, debtors, closing stock, we are noting investment, motor car, plan. All these details are available in the question. All the assets will be noted in the asset side, and the liability, bank overdraft, creditors, current liabilities are noted in the liability side. Then the amount of capital is 1 lakh. We are adding the net profit from profit and loss account, 2,55,400. Less drawings, it will be deducted 8,000. Also, we are deducting the income tax, 24,000. Difference is 3,23,400. Please find the total. 3,23,400 plus 61,000 plus 30. We will get 4,14,400. Here also 2,500 plus 80,000 plus 76,000 plus 30,000 plus 60,000 plus 1,53,900, 12,000. We will get, both the sides are equal, same amount we will get. That is, we are normally telling it is tallied, both are equal. The both sides are tallied. So the financial position is good. It is balanced. My dear students, to enrich your knowledge, one more problem is there. From these all items, we have to prepare the trading profit and loss account. So, in the trading profit and loss account, opening stock will be noted in the trading account. Opening stock 15,310, and purchase, it will be noted in the debit side of trading account, and there is a return. Return debit is what? Sales return, and the return credit is purchase return. So that 4,000 will be deducted. Purchase 82,400 less return outward 2,400. Also sales 2,56,000. That sales return 4,000. Sales noted in the credit side less return 4,000. 2,52,000 is the final amount. Then factory rent, it is noted in the debit side of trading account. Customs duty 15,500, 11,500 noted in the trading account debit side. Coal, gas, power 6,000. Coal, gas, power 6,000 noted in the trading account debit side. Wages and salary. If it is salary and wages, we will take into the profit and loss account. But it is wages and salary. It is noted in the trading account debit side, and discount, it is noted in the profit and loss account. Any other charges? Yes, production expense. Production expense, it will be noted in the trading account. Also one more item, carriage. Carriage, if it is like that, we have to consider it as carriage inward or carriage on purchase. It will be noted in the trading account debit side, and 8,700. And one more item is there in the question. And the last, the value of closing stock is 25,400. That we have to note in the trading account credit side. After that, we are finding out the total, 2,77,400. 2,77,400. Difference is gross profit 98,690. Gross profit carried on. That will be transferred to the credit side of profit and loss account. Gross profit brought down 98,690. And remember, some more items are there. Discount the debit, it is expense. Discount the debit. And what is the next item? Commission credit. It is an income. It will be noted in the credit side of profit and loss account, 1,200. And bad debt, it is a loss. Bad debt is a loss. We are noting it on the debit side of profit and loss account. But bad debt, it means bad debt means what? The debtor who didn't pay the amount. If it is recovered, bad debt recovered is an income. So bad debt recovered is an income. 2000 will be noted in the profit and loss account credit side, and all other expenses like administrative expenses, depreciation, charity, bank charges, establishment expenses, interest on loan. All these items are there. Apprentice premium is an income. Administrative expense will be shown on the profit and loss account debit side, and the capital is shown on the balance sheet. Drawings will be deducted from capital. Sundry debtors is an asset. Sundry creditors is a liability. Depreciation is shown in the depreciation here it is shown in the profit and loss account debit side. Charity is also an expense shown in the profit and loss account. Cash balance, bank balance, all these shown in the asset side of balance sheet. Bank charges shown in the profit and loss account debit side. Charity is also here, and the establishment expense is an expense which is shown the profit and loss account debit side. Plant is an asset. Leasehold building is an asset. Sales tax collected, it will be added with the capital. Goodwill is an asset. Patent, it is asset. Trademark is also an asset. Loan is what liability, and interest on loan is what we are getting. We have to pay. We have to pay the amount of interest to the loan. So it will be noted in the profit and loss account debit side. So the total of profit and loss account is 1,06,690, and what we are getting as the difference 76,860. It is net profit. My dear students, I think it is very clear. And when we prepare the balance sheet, cash balance, cash in hand, bank balance, cash at bank, sundry debtors, closing stock is there. Closing stock, it is there in the question. At the last, it will be there. We have to note in two places. So leasehold building is an asset. Plant, patent, goodwill, trademark. All the items are listed from the question. Sales tax selected. Advancedly collected. So 2000 is a liability for that. So sundry creditors 12,000. Loan, another liability 25,000. Just look at here. Capital 2,50,000. We are adding the net profit 76,860. This amount will be added with the capital, isn't it? And we are deducting the amount 48,000 drawings. So difference will be 2,78,860. When we find the total, of liability plus capital, we will get 3,17,860. Like the same in the asset side. When we find the total of all these items, we will get the amount 3,17,860. So both the sides are equal. That also shows there is no error in the preparation of balance sheet and the financial statements. I hope this video is very clear for you. Please watch the video full. Don't miss any part. It will give the clear explanation with the support of 3 problems regarding the preparation of complete financial statement of a sole trader. If you like this video, don't forget to share with your friends who are learning commerce. Thank you for your support, and thank you so much. Have a great day.